Hi everybody, welcome back to Emily's Voice Vlog. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about some speaking exercises, some speaking therapy exercises. Now again, I am an SLP, but I specialize in pediatrics and autism, so I'm not speaking in the capacity of an SLP, I'm speaking in the capacity of a gigging musician who has had hoarseness, swelling, tension, who has personally received speech therapy sessions. And I know when I was going through this and I was trying to kind of self-manage while I was waiting for my ENT appointments, waiting for my otolaryngology appointments. I had a completely booked schedule of gigs. I was scared I was going to injure myself before I even got medical care. I scoured the internet, even as an SLP, and could not find exercises. It was so frustrating. So I talked about this in the last video, but if you're in that place, I have personally read this. It is a textbook. It is very user-friendly. It's probably backwards, so I'll read it to you. Manual of Singing Voice Rehabilitation. It is very user-friendly, and I think like a lay person or someone who's not SLP could very much understand it. They explain mechanisms and structures in this. They explain exercises and why you want to do it. They will even kind of talk about the types of injuries that someone might be experiencing and maybe a protocol that they recommend doing with them. So if you're in that kind of, you're alone on an island and you're kind of like waiting for your voice sessions, or maybe you don't have insurance and you don't know what you're going to do, this is a great book to pick up. I think it says like a practical approach to vocal health and wellness. Everybody should have this. Okay, so now, funnily enough, if you were having singing issues, and this is what I found out when I went to the speech pathology conference, and it was funny because I do pediatrics, but I wasn't working as an SLP at the time. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to go to like all of the voice sessions because I'm currently having hoarseness. So I went to all of the voice therapy sessions for myself and I learned a lot of really great things. If the American Speech and Language Hearing Conference, if it comes to your town, you can go as just a normal person. You'll just go as a non-professional. You can buy a ticket. So if you're kind of interested in this kind of stuff and you want to learn more, you absolutely can go to the ASHA Speech and Language Conference if you want to kind of learn more about this kind of cool stuff. Okay, but with that being said, I did learn that I was having singing issues, but it might not be because of my singing. It might be because of the way I speak. So if you're a singer, you're probably a stage person, or this could even be for actors. And so you're probably very gregarious, talkative, talk a lot of like you get really excited. A lot of these things can be like hard on your voice if you're speaking like that. So like for me, I specifically have been told many times that I speak too loud, too fast. When I get really excited, it's like this and I grip. So I have kind of like some vocal tension issues. So I spoke to several people at the conference and they're like, you're having singing issues, but it actually might be the way you talk. And because remember, anytime we're using our voice, whether it's singing or talking, we're using our voice. So I just wanted to give you a few gentle exercises to try to see if you can relax some of that voice tension. Medical alert. Please consult a doctor. Please get permission to do this. Anytime you're doing something internally or physically or structurally, you want to consult a medical professional. But if you are looking for resources, this is what I do as a gigging musician. So I'm just throwing that out there. Putting the exercises out into the ether. You can do what you want with them. But I will say I got some really great advice from the SLP that I was working with. She says that she hates wrong practice, and that is true, and here's why. So when you're doing any sort of vocal rehab or vocal exercises, you are creating muscle memory. So if you are working on the way you speak and you're doing these exercises, you're trying to create a pattern of muscle memory to get you speaking into a more healthful way and moving away from the old habits of the old muscle memory. So if you're doing the exercises, you want to make sure you're doing them right. Hence the reason to go to an ENT or otolaryngologist, SLP. I don't think I've ever said otolaryngologist right once in any of these videos, so just bear with me. But you want to preferably go to an expert. But if you are in a period where you're waiting and you're scared, and I'm not telling you to do this, but that's where I was, and I would have killed for exercises during that time. They do exist online now. Okay, so if you're going to do this, I'm not telling you to, but if you choose to, make sure you practice in front of a mirror. You want to make sure you're syncing up your breath. You're doing all of that, all those exercises from part 3, the breathing, down into the diaphragm. You're doing your part 2, I believe. By the way, there was knocking in that video. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to remake it at that point, so bear with me. Your stretches. You're going to do your shoulder rolls. You're going to do all that loosening stuff from part 2 and part 3. Get into a good place. Get in front of that mirror. I'm going to get closer so I can see. Now, if you're dealing with, look, when I'm talking, look at all that tension. I don't even know. I think because I've been talking on these videos, I'm kind of tense right now, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to not do it at this point in time. But you want to work on getting all of this movement away. So look, see, you can see me talking. It's moving. That's tension, 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 tension. There should be no movement. Sounds coming from here, no helper muscles. So I'm clearly using helper muscles. That's why these things are really important for me. So I'm going to give you a few. I might go more in depth with another video, but I don't want to give you too many because I don't want you to do this without the care of a specialist. But if you are in that place where you just need something to kind of try to start getting on the right track, here's some things you can do. So we're going to hum. Gosh, I'm really using a lot of tenseness, but you want to try to get this not to be there. So I'm going to breathe into my diaphragm. Better. Okay, so you would do that 10 times, and if you can get to a point where you feel easy, nothing hurts, and you are not seeing a lot of movement, and you feel like you really kind of have you're onto something, they do recommend you do this 3 times a day, like kind of 10 times each, 3 times a day. Again, stop if you experience any pain, but the reason why you're doing that is because you're doing muscle movement training. Okay, so then from there you can go into your M's, your M vowels. So you can go ma, me, me, ma, moo. So I did pretty good. I moved on that last one, but it wasn't too bad. So ma, me, me, mo, moo. Then you can kind of start moving into like miss. See, I moved a little bit. Miss, moon, mop. Moved a little bit there. Milk. M words, gentle M words. And then the last one, I'm not going to go in it anymore. I'm going to give you like some 2-word phrases, and then I'm going to stop there because I don't want you to go too far down this rabbit hole without care. But you can also then start working on connecting words and see if you can keep that tension and looseness as you go. So this is a good test. And you allied, that means connect. My mom. Did pretty good. You want a lot of air. Breathe through your nose. Mashed muffins. I moved, but I'm going to keep going. Monday math. Not bad. Let me try a little higher in a more healthful tone. Monday math. Still moved a little bit, but it's a work in progress. So these are the types of things that can, if you need to check in and see, you should see an SLP to get therapy. They will probably prescribe you 10 or 20 sessions. So this is not in place of that. But if you're trying to check in to see if maybe your speaking is the culprit of why you're so hoarse all the time, for me, I think it's like I speak with a lot of tension, and I do have a little bit of that acid reflux, which does not set me up for success for singing. If you want to check in and experiment with this is a cool way for you to do that. Again, we talk about easy onset. That's another thing where we want to like make sure. So again, we want to make sure we're not gripping, like tight. My mom. But another thing is you want to make sure you're not glottal, like that, and slamming your vocal cords like this. You want it to move like this. So for that, we can try easy onset. So I'm going to give you a few of those. You do an H, get your breath going, and then slightly touch your vocal cords. So an H onto a vowel, okay? So I'll give you a few of those. Easy. Pretty good. I moved a little bit here, but there's nothing here. Equal. Evening. Heelskin. Evil. Evict. Oh, that moved that time. Evolve. Okay, so just to reiterate, the words I gave you from my own voice therapy documents. This is not voice therapy, but this is my stuff. I did me, may, my, mo, moo. The M words I used were miss, moon, mop, milk, make, mom, may. I did my mom, mashed muffins, Monday math, Mickey Mouse, main meal. And I did the words with an H in front, easy, equal, evening, eelskin, evil, evaluate, evolve. Might not have done all those, but this is a starter kit. Because again, please don't think that this is voice therapy. Is not, okay? This is just something for you to try, and to try with caution and care if you choose to. What it is a way to experiment. Maybe you have some tension and see how that feels. See if you are able to do this in front of a mirror without any movement. And if you are starting to suspect maybe I am someone who does like a lot of like glottal attacks, like, or like talks semi-fry like that, like really tight. These are things that can be contributing to your vocal issues. So if you find that these really kind of loosen you up and you want to learn more, that you should also go see an ENT otolaryngologist and get that SLP script. If you do not have insurance, you can go to Katarina H. Vocal Freedom System. She might have changed the name of it, but I'm sure you'll be able to find her. I know she has a vocal coaching program that I'm sure it's a coaching program, so I'm sure it's probably educational, not insurance based. So if you can't get speech therapy and you need something to kind of get you going, to kind of just start working on your kind of like maybe tenseness issues that could be contributing to your voice, that's something to try. So I really do think we're caught up in everything I would like to share for now. Again, my specialty, beyond being a gigging singer, because I'm speaking to you as a singer, not as a speech pathologist in this capacity. I do use my speech pathology skills to work with families with autism. I am also a doctor of special education autism. So if you know families that have a child with autism, or a member with autism, or they are a self-advocate themselves and they're kind of like looking for guidance, resources, support options, maybe some strategies to try. I do have a business for that. It's www.autismfamilycoach.com. So please pass that along, because I know it can be a long road, or sometimes even an isolating journey, if these families don't have someone to talk to or connect with. So I like helping my autism families as well as my singers. I think that's it for now. We'll see if there's more, but thank you guys so much. I'm Emily Roth, Emily's Voice Vlog, and I will try to link some of the things I talked about, or at least hashtag them below. All right, thank you. Bye. Good luck. Healthy singing. Please take care of yourself.